Alright, so here's a quick one for you guys today, right? For some odd reason, my kids threw a ton of dirt inside the actual sink itself. My wife was like, you gotta replace the line. And I'm like, no, just there's a J hook, almost like a J type pipe in there. And usually they get plugged up and you wanna clean this portion off. So I went ahead and took off the pipe itself. That is where I am having my problem. You can see that there's like hair and stuff in there. And I'm gonna go in there and pull that out. But for this repair, definitely you just wanna take off the pipe. You wanna get a bucket and put it in here. Don't forget what way you put it back in, and don't lose any of these seals. If you do, you're gonna have a nightmare because you're not gonna figure out what's up with it. So once you take that off, you can take off this rod from the bottom. It's attached to the actual pipe. Most sinks have it there. It's a little tiny spout. The ball sits in that groove in there. You push the rod in there, and all you have to do is righty-tighty, lefty-loosely on the actual sleeve. You take off the sleeve, you can pull the rod in. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this tiny little screwdriver. Pry this up. Pull this all the way out. And that is my problem. Mainly all the hair and all the other stuff that's in there. But definitely the dirt didn't help out. What I'm gonna do is really simple. Turn on the water, flush this down into my bucket, and then my bucket's gonna get filled up with all this crud. I'll start washing this off. See, everything's draining in there. Definitely clean it out and pull all this stuff out. See that ball right there? This is gonna stick in through that little notch right there, and it rights the ball. So that ball can swivel around. So when I put it in, I wanna put it in facing that way. I'm gonna drop it in here. Boop, drops in all the way down. Now that it's all the way down, it's time to do the reverse order. Stick that in there. And then righty-tighty on that. When you pull the handle up there up, it'll close it. When you push it down, it'll go all the way down. And the ball will ride that plastic piece, making it go all the way up. So this pipe is just completely falling apart for the sink, but that doesn't impede it on its function. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that back all together without breaking as many of these little pieces as possible, but they just kind of started falling apart. That just signifies that the sink is fairly old and your line is taking a beating over time. So I'm gonna stick this back in there as far up as there as possible. This is gonna mate the top of this, and this will compress right on top of that. On this side, fairly similar, but this design is plastic on plastic. So that is the edge right there is tapered. So when this comes together on there, it creates a perfect seal from this hose to this hose. On this one, on the other hand, this is not tapered, and the plastic end right here, this white part is gonna mate that, and this top part here is gonna crush it into the actual plastic pipe in the bottom, and it's gonna give us that perfect seal. Definitely, I just want to run the water, make sure nothing leaks. I'm not seeing any leaks, so I'm good to go. And that's it. That's a small section of how you troubleshoot your sink if it's definitely not If it's not draining itself, this is a very quick troubleshooting. Go straight into this main pipe here, take it apart and see what's wrong with it. Now this one here, you can take it apart from there, and it disconnects this guy here, which allows you to go up and down through the back, push up and down, and that controls that. So the final thing is, all you need is definitely some kind of pliers that are big ones. I use these KNIPEX. I use KNIPEX pliers, and they're the Cobra. I think they're German made. Yeah, made in Germany. These things last forever. All you do is press on this, and it has a rail. It's adjustable, so that rail you can make it wider and smaller. And it was really handy for this. So there's definitely these KNIPEX. Sorry if I butchered it. KNIPEX pliers, made in Germany, and this tiny little snap-on. You get them on any one of the tool trucks. Tiny little snap-on flathead screwdriver, and that's just definitely when this guy goes down. You need something to pry out, or you need something to pick around there.